Kelsey Nicole Nelson for Fox Sports Radio here with PlayVS CEO John Chapman. John, we're about to welcome 100 kids from Las Vegas Parks and Rec, and I was told they come from all neighborhoods of Las Vegas for the first ever Gridiron Showdown. Why should folks be excited?
Well, it's going to be an awesome afternoon for these kids to be able to experience, first of all, this arena. HyperX Arena is an absolute state-of-the-art experience. For them to have be able to participate in our Gridiron Showdown, where they're going to play some of EA Sports' Madden game, obviously with it being Super Bowl week.
Perfect timing.
Perfect timing for them to get a little taste of Super Bowl, a little taste of virtual NFL football as they compete on these incredible gaming PCs and the rest of the equipment here. And we're just so excited. We've got a number of great guests here, of former NFL players and creators and professional Madden esports athletes. We're going to do a little bit of a panel, so they'll get a chance to understand the connection between football, gaming, and entrepreneurship. So it should be a lot of fun.
Yeah. You talk about esports. We know esports is forever growing. I feel like in all parts of the country.
Yes.
But to have young people involved in it, why is it so important to get them involved early on?
Well, it's really, what we found in esports has been incredible is 45% of the kids who participate in one of our esports teams in any one of our thousands of schools that compete with us across the country, it is the first extracurricular activity they've ever done.
Wow.
So we're literally pulling them off the couch and giving them a purpose, teaching them lessons each learn from traditional sports, because they compete in a high school lab just like they would in a basketball court or a football field. They communicate, they cheer each other on, they fight through adversity and show resiliency. Again, all the lessons you learn from sport. And so giving them a taste of that today, these kids from Clark County Parks and Rec, we're hoping that the growth of esports in schools will continue. They'll go back to their schools and say, hey, we start an esports team if we don't have one already. We do operate a number of teams here in Clark County today, but we're always looking to add more.
Nice, so exciting. And it's Super Bowl weekend. We're about 6 days out from Super Bowl, which is crazy to think about. This event is actually partnered with the NFL. So talk a little bit about PlayVS's partnership with the NFL and why it's so important.
Well, we're really excited because this is an official community event of Super Bowl week, and the NFL is all about giving back to the community, especially where they do the Super Bowl. So this was important for them to showcase this arena, create this experience for kids from Clark County. And what we hope is that this is a kickoff to a much broader initiative in the NFL, where we have Madden competitions like this all across all 32 NFL markets eventually. So more to come on that, but this is sort of a way for us to kick it off and see how it goes. And we know the kids will be excited, and hopefully we'll be able to see more of these events all across the country soon.
Yeah, I think it's so important. I know when all 100 kids come, it's going to be a lot louder. That's why we had to get John super early before all the noise starts. But thank you so much for joining me. We're so excited for this event. If you're missing out, again, be sure to check out PlayVS. Again, first community event of Super Bowl weekend. Kelsey Nicole Nelson reporting. Kelsey Nicole Nelson back here at the inaugural PlayVS Gridiron Showdown. I'm here with Priscilla Scott, a recreation coordinator for the city of Las Vegas. Priscilla, it's about to get really out of here. Right over 150 kids for esports and gaming. I think it's been exciting to see the growth, but talk about why this was so important for the city of Las Vegas during Super Bowl week.
So it's a great opportunity, lots of firsts for the city of Las Vegas. So I oversee the Becker Technology Center, which is our first tech center. We have esports, we have a podcast studio, we do 3D printing, robotics. So the city of Las Vegas really embraces everything that's the digital age. And in particular, Allied Gaming, HyperX, and PlayVS have embraced us, and they've helped us roll out the curriculum for the kids in our program. So that's amazing.
That's exciting. I know esports is growing across North America. This event is just a testament to that. But talk about some of the kids who will be here today actually participating, sitting down and playing Madden, which I'm a little jealous about. Madden 24.
So the kids in our program are all middle school and high school students, and they're part of our mentorship program in the facility that we're in. And so that program is supported through a federal grant. a lot of the kids come from an underserved neighborhood, so opportunities like this are amazing. We also work in partnership with some kids in foster homes, and it's a great opportunity.
That is so exciting to hear. What are you most excited about for today, Priscilla?
I'm just excited to be part of an inaugural event.
Yeah.
Yes.
Inaugural event, inaugural Super Bowl in Las Vegas. There's a lot of firsts happening here. If you're missing it, be sure to check out Fox Sports Radio 1340 AM and 96.9 FM for more coverage. Thanks so much, Priscilla. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
My name is Honey Jones. I played in the league for 11 years. I played on the Giants, Eagles, and Bengals, which is Super Bowl twice. Lost twice. But went to the greatest university in the world, University of Michigan, won a national championship there. So I'm excited about my team. And in fact, who said that? Go Blue. You know how we communicate. Go Blue. And just excited to be here and just be able to spend time and talk to all of you.
My name is W. I'm a professional Madden player, so what you guys will do today, that's what I do for a living. I'm sure some of you guys want to grow up to be a professional gamer. That's what I do, and Madden is my specialty. Whether it's content creation or just being really good at the game, that's what I do.
What's up, guys? I'm Johnny Stanton. I went to the greatest university in the world, University of Nevada, Las Vegas. Woo! Go Rebs. That's right.
You're in your home state.
I got a biased crowd. I was with the Cleveland Browns from 2020 to 2022. I'm also a huge nerd, both in video games and tabletop games. I don't know if you guys know stuff like Dungeons and Dragons. That's the stuff that I get super nerdy about. So I hear somebody cheering over there. But yeah, thanks for coming out, guys.
Hello, I'm the Sketch Reel. Sketch. I stream on TikTok and Twitch. I don't know how I got up here, to be honest. It started 6 months ago. You're my friends. That's it.
Welcome.
Kenny Vaccaro, went to the University of Texas, got drafted first round, 2013 to the New Orleans Saints. Played there for 5 years, and then signed with the Tennessee Titans for 4 years. Been an avid gamer since I was very young. I also played sports. I took my school serious, so I want to speak on that.
Kelsey Nicole Nelson here at HyperX Arena in Luxor at Las Vegas for Super Bowl LVIII, here with former NFL player Dhani Jones at the inaugural PlayVS. We got a Madden tournament on. We got 150 kids playing here from Las Vegas. How have you enjoyed the festivities so far?
Oh, it's great. You get to see the kids in their environment. A lot of times they're in school, after school, playing these games, but to be able to play together and for me to be able to watch them and be able to see their talents, I mean, it's amazing. Yeah.
So you play football on the gridiron in real life, but now with the esports and the growing esports that we have here, what first got you into it?
Well, I mean, if you want to take away
the full story.
No, I'm not giving you the full story. I used to play this game called Math Blaster, and for those that know that game, yeah, we're the same age. But the games were always something that I loved to play, albeit I used to play a lot of driving games, and I think that actually helped me become a better driver. And so as I'm watching these young people play Madden, it's also important to see these QB1s and wide receiver ones and everybody be able to translate that into the real field, because it is a simulation. Albeit some people become professional players on either side, it's just important to be able to practice.
Right, the practice is important. Talking about practice, you know a little bit about Super Bowl League. I heard you on the panel talk about you've been to Super Bowl twice as a player. It didn't turn out maybe as you wanted, but now to have a chance to see the full week of festivities happen around Super Bowl, why is it so important that the NFL support events like PlayVS is having around Super Bowl?
Well, I think it's important because the fact that so many kids they're playing football, they're playing Madden. There's different ways in which you get into the game. You might get into the game through flag. You might get into the game playing video games. You might get into the game by a pickup game on the side of the street. So all these different points of entry are better ways to sharpen your skills so that when it really comes down to it and you play on a team, you can go out and win.
Yeah, nice to win, right? Talking about winning, who do you have winning the big game? We've got the Kansas City Chiefs kicking off against the San Francisco 49ers.
I think the Chiefs are winning.
You said that pretty confidently.
Yeah, I mean, so Andy Reid was my coach when I was on the Eagles. And, so there's a lot of similarities that I've seen in the way that he's able to play. And I think that maybe he's able to coach. But I like how Patrick plays.
Yeah. You talked about Andy Reid. What a legacy, right? coach he has. Do you think he's going to hang it up anytime soon?
No. That's like saying that he's not gonna eat any cheeseburgers. He's gonna keep playing, he's gonna keep eating his cheeseburgers.
And probably keep winning. Patrick Mahomes doesn't look too bad.
No, he looks pretty good.
Yeah, very exciting. Well, before we let you go, what has been your favorite part of today's event this week?
Well, I think being able to just go around and talk to the young people, watching them play, and the questions when we were up on the panel, I think that was exciting as well. I love being on the panel and just looking back and watching the young people think about the things that we're saying. You can see them processing and nodding, not nodding off, but nodding in acknowledgement of some of the advice and counsel that we're trying to give to them. And, I really enjoy watching that.
That is awesome. Honey, thank you so much for joining me. Truly appreciate your time.
No, thank you.
Tough when you got the bags back there. Okay. Oh,
Back in Las Vegas at the beautiful HyperX Arena, I'm here with former NFL player Johnny Stanton. Johnny participated in a great panel for today's PlayVS Live Gridiron Showcase. First off, how fun is this event today?
It's awesome. It's so great to be able to see kids in the Las Vegas area, where I went to school, get together to be able to have this camaraderie. Because when people think about esports, they sometimes just think about kids kind of sitting in front of their own computer and not being around their peers, which is not exactly what happens. Opportunities like this just prove it.
Yeah, I love that you talked about that, because I think there's a misconception about esports and stereotypes around esports. But these kids are active, they're playing, we're getting them involved, which I think is so important, right?
Acting up. Yes, no, it's so great to be able to see them. Like, and only so many kids can actually play sports sometimes. Sometimes there's like different outside factors that don't allow them to be able to do that. Where this gives them an opportunity to be able to be part of a team, to be able to build up those same skills where you might be able to, as a football player, baseball player, esports, needs those same communication skills, those teamwork skills, and it's great to be able to see them develop in these kinds of situations.
I love that. So inaugural Super Bowl here at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Las Vegas is special to you, going to school here. And now the inaugural event, the versus with the NFL and esports. Why is Las Vegas the perfect place to kick off this esports event?
Las Vegas is all about entertainment, and obviously video games is a form of entertainment, but it's in a way of being able to bring people together, which I think is what Vegas does at its core, is be able to bring people together in such a unique way.
I love that. And when the kids heard you talk on the panel, how do you hope your NFL experience motivates them to go pursue their dreams?
I think my experience especially is a little bit unique because not only was I somebody who was incredibly passionate about football, about sports and competing at the highest level, but also about following my passion. I'm somebody who is a self-described nerd, somebody who not only loves video games and esports, but also somebody who loves tabletop games, of being around a group of friends, playing stuff like Dungeons and Dragons, just building up that camaraderie and those communication skills is something that's really important to me, and something that I tried to impart to the kids today, that be passionate about something, because that's what allows you to be able to explore so many different avenues within the world and take different chances of being uncomfortable, because only in those places of being uncomfortable you can actually expand your world, expand your comfort level to things that you wouldn't necessarily have experienced.
I love that. And talking about experience and being uncomfortable, we got to talk about the big games. Some people I'll say that some people think might get uncomfortable is, of course, San Francisco 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy, second year in the league, already here in the big game. Talk about just your thoughts on his journey getting to this moment.
There have been, I think, worst quarterbacks win the Super Bowl. I think I don't mean that at all as any kind of knock to Brock Purdy, because Brock Purdy, in my opinion, is doing exactly what his team needs him to do. I think the most important thing a quarterback can do is not lose the game. And not only is he doing that, he's also being a huge boon to his team. A worse quarterback wouldn't be able to get Christian McCaffrey in the right position. A worse quarterback wouldn't be able to put Debo and Ayuk in the right, right way to be able to protect himself and put the ball in their hands. So I think he's doing a great job, not only as a game manager and somebody who is not losing the game for the Niners, but somebody who brought them to the Super Bowl. It's got to be a good team and a good quarterback to be able to get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Johnny, on the other side of the ball, the quarterback we've become very familiar with here at Super Bowl, and Patrick Mahomes. What do you think about the Kansas City Chiefs' odds to win the big game?
You know, they are somebody who, if you asked me, just after the second half of the year, if they were going to make it here, I would have said no. But I'm incredibly impressed with the Chiefs in being able to make it to obviously the Super Bowl. But it just goes to show how much experience plays a part in getting to the Super Bowl, because there are so many combined playoff games on that roster, whereas opposed to I think who they played last week, the Ravens. There's far less playoff experience on that team. I think it was actually the one that was shown as with the Niners, the Lions. So very few Lions players. So it obviously played its part in the NFC and AFC Championship games. There's so much experience on that team. They have done it before, and it'll be fun to see if they can do it again.
I love that. Last question for you, John. Are you a Swiftie? Are you excited to see Taylor Swift in the stands?
I love Taylor Swift. She's awesome. I love what she's doing for the game. And, I think it was, they determined that it was like less than 30 seconds a game she's on screen. I think get her on screen more. She's only good for the game. More Swifties football, please. More Swifties football.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Thank you so much, Johnny. Appreciate it. Kelsey Nicole Nelson back here at the conclusion of today's Play Versus event, where right now we have the kids participating in a Madden tournament. But sitting next to me is a face and name many of you football fans might know very well, none other than former NFL safety Kenny Vaccaro, who was recently on a panel here talking to Las Vegas area kids. First off, Kenny, how was this experience?
It was good. It's great. Honestly, anytime I can kind of get back that knowledge that I got to learn through my struggles and tribulations in life with these kids, it's honestly, I'm down for it. John Chapman called me to come out here and see it was a no-brainer. I literally was at the Pro Bowl yesterday with my kids in Orlando. I dropped them off back in Austin and then flew here just to be able to see these kids.
So you've been busy, just to say the least.
Oh yeah, and I'm passionate about some of the stuff that we've been talking about today. Honestly, I just want to get back and be that big brother, that mentor for the fall.
Awesome. Talking about giving back, the kids kind of popped up very excited when we talked about intercepting Lamar Jackson, of course, the quarterback that many thought would be here at the Super Bowl. And then you also mentioned name Cam Newton, who, of course, another great former NFL quarterback. So talk about those experiences and how you really hope the kids listen in to the experiences that the NFL has afforded you.
Well, I said Lamar. I said that play strategically because I know these kids look up to Lamar. I wanted him to win it all. It's bigger than just football. When he would have won that Super Bowl, there's so many different kids just like him. They're always he's himself in his interviews, and that's inspiring. He doesn't try to. He's different. Like I said with him, he's going to be himself. He don't want to do it. He don't want to talk. And I love it. And for me to say that play, I knew all the kids would move forward. But it was a tough crowd, but they got into it.
Anytime you mention number 8, it seems like they're going to get you excited. Like you said, Lamar is somebody who kind of spit himself. Maybe praised by some, but not by all. But I love that you said, that can be, whether it's him rocking the braids or the shades meme that kind of made him very popular. I think that's why he's had so many people riding with him. Miss Lisa, when he's in interviews, so much can be learned from Lamar.
Oh yeah, he's our Mike Vick. You know what I mean? Our Allen Iverson, Lamar Jackson. I've been rooting for him. His development. And I don't want to get off political, but he has to win the Super Bowl just to rise above some of the quarterbacks we have.
Yeah.
It's sad to say, but it is what it is. I'm rooting on it.
Yeah, it's just the narrative. I think that's been surrounding him.
Exactly. He was a running back at first. Now he's the MVP.
Goalposts continue to move. Lamar Jackson, unfortunately, they keep moving them.
Yeah.
And, talking about the big game, I would love to get your thoughts. We have a quarterback in Brock Purdy, second year in the league, already at a Super Bowl. Right? We're about to watch him on Sunday. On the other side, of course, the guy that we're used to playing in Super Bowls and Patrick Mahomes. What are you most looking forward to for Super Bowl?
Honestly, when the Ravens went out, I was like, but at the same time, I love Kyle Shanahan. He was a former University of Texas walk-on. The team he's built, the identity, what they do, I just love. And I respect Patrick Mahomes' greatness. He's another one of those trendsetters. Did it his way. Yeah, I mean, the league's changing. It's just good to see. It's not as stale anymore. It's getting more diverse. We had 4 minority coaches hired in this term. Sorry, I'm not trying to get all, but it was just it's fun to watch. I feel like for a while there was kind of like standard cookie cutter, you know what I mean? And I like how the boundaries are being, expanded.
I love that you mentioned that. One of the most popular events during Super Bowl week is from the Fritz Pollard Foundation. They talk a lot about the hiring of Black minority coaches in the National Football League, and like you said, last year we were talking a lot about this in the offseason, but this season it's been great to see promising results. Hopefully we'll keep having this type of diversity moving forward in a league that's predominantly minority.
Oh, 100%. I think you're getting coached by a person that looks like you, right? Aaron Glenn, he's another one of the defensive coordinator lines. He'll be up soon. Eric Benjamin, he's still waiting. I don't know what's going on with that. He went to Washington. He was top offense and whatever. It'll keep happening. It's a step forward, and I'm all for it.
Awesome. And you mentioned coming back from the Pro Bowl. I know you got your little ones with you. How was that experience? There's been a lot of conversation about how to keep the Pro Bowl relevant and exciting for fans.
It was fun. My boys loved it. They can't believe the guys. I've been there. You're not going to put your body on the line, possibly blow out your knee for that, whatever. I know it's $50,000, but that's millions if you get hurt. These guys, in 2 months, they have a contract that's coming up, possibly. They're a big-time free agent. You're not going to risk it, but I think the Olympics, adding flag football in 2028, is the perfect transition period where you're going to see a Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Patrick Mahomes go against the entire world. I'm excited for it. You're going to see Nairobi, Kenya, and Ghana. They're all competing because they can't do it in the NFL because it's too expensive. Nobody can afford the pads, the stadiums. But flag, we can get the flags out there. Whether we have America, we got to do it ourselves. It's going to be fun because we can actually be real world champions and not just say that every time we win a Super Bowl.
Right, you're actually competing against the world. Now, Kenny, before I let you go, one place that's very near and dear to my heart, and Super Bowl will be there next year. I know you had a chance to play there. It's New Orleans. And just curious your thoughts. We're talking about quarterbacks on the job that Derek Carr has done thus far, and also just the integration of Jameis Winston that the Saints have also been doing.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Derek, people are hard on him because, good quarterbacks, especially with his type of leadership, the type of man he is, the type of leader he is, they don't just fall off trees, right? Everybody's searching for the next Mahomes or instant gratification. Same thing happened with Tua, right? It was 2 years in, they said get him out. But Trevor Lawrence, how many years you going to get to be
the top,
God's grace of football, right? So I think, I love the Saints. It's the people, the community. I used to go, people saw me, what's happening, you heard me? I was just like, it wasn't like that in Nashville, I'll say. It was the complete opposite, actually.
Right, it's a little different culture.
Way different. We're not going to get into that. That's I don't want to get all that. But, New Orleans, it's just special because that city, their heartbeat is the New Orleans Saints. And Drew Brees, I didn't realize until I was gone that, that's everything to that city. And what he did, he really, and they got a long way to go still from Katrina, but he really united community.
So exciting to hear. How excited are you that Super Bowl will be there next year? New Orleans is playing host.
Can't wait. Boudin, crawfish, FTK. Man, listen. There's certain foods you can only get in New Orleans. Dragos, crab, the boiled crab. You can't get those crab.
The best.
Everywhere else they just slimy. They put the garlic, the butter.
It's not the same.
I can go on and on. But New Orleans, it'll be fun. Just stay safe on Bourbon Street, everybody.
Just stay safe on Bourbon Street. Kenny, it's so great to have you. Thank you so much for all you do for the children, the community, and for being here today. It's so great to meet you.
Okay.